Hey everyone, today is Wednesday, the 14th of August. I have a new chair, new haircut, and I, uh, I've been playing a lot of Star Trek Online lately. Our guild fleet has been working on star-based projects. I'm starting to feel a little overwhelmed, by how much I'm playing it. I'm starting to burn out, I think. And, so I started up a new character in Shadowrun Returns. I got about like third of the way through Dead Man's Switch, I think, maybe half the way. I don't remember. And there is something I want to say about Shadowrun Returns. It is a lot of fun. I highly recommend you look into it. It's on Steam right now for $20. There's a more expensive version if you want some extra like artwork and music. If you want the soundtrack to the game, which I kind of wish they were selling the soundtrack separate instead of as a bundle package, because I don't feel like buying the game again, if you know what I mean. Um, but that said, the game is absolutely fantastic. They're currently working on patching a few bugs with it, which they're nothing too serious. Just some slowdowns in the game and some things that aren't working the way they should. But I very much like how when you start the game, you start a new game, they give you a series of templates that point you towards a stereotypical Shadowrun archetype, character build. Street samurai, mage, rigger, decker, those sorts of things. Um, but then at the end of the list of templates, there is a question mark for you to basically have whatever you want from square one. So instead of having all your points pre-spent with a couple of points to spend on the side, you have 1 point pre-spent in every statistic, because that's what everybody gets, and then any racial abilities pre-spent. So, like, for example, elves start with 2 points in charisma, that sort of thing. Uh, and then you get all the rest of the karma points to spend as you see fit. So it's very nice. It's freeform building, and I enjoy that. The problem with freeform building is you can make a mistake. Like I was building a character who was going to be focusing on uh, just fisticuffs. I was going to be beating people down with my fists, and I was going to do body, strength, melee combat, and unarmed combat, and those were like the things I was just going to focus in those. And I went ahead and I was like, well, maybe I'll want to get like a healing spell or something. And so I threw 2 points at willpower to make it so that I could spend more points in spell power. And I looked at it later and I went, that was a waste of 2 points. Because, you know, meh. I, I wanted to use cybernetics, and spells don't work so well when you have cybernetic components. Okay, and that was my camera telling me I was rambling too much. So there you go. The battery died. Anyway, yeah. So for overall for Shadowrun, I highly recommend people try it. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and if it's your type of game, I think you will too. It's got a little bit of XCOM's tactical-based combat that you saw in my Let's Play, or would have seen in my Let's Play. It has a mild cover mechanic. That it doesn't work like you expect it to 100% of the time, but it does work very, very effectively. And you can build basically whatever character you want, which is refreshing. The Dead Man's Switch campaign that the game comes with is easily 10 hours of play, if not more, if you decide to, bounce from character to character, trying to figure out what you want best, what best works for you. I mean, and yeah, I'm really impressed with the game. The art style, the writing of Dead Man's Switch specifically, it really feels like a Shadowrun game, and I thoroughly enjoy it, and I highly recommend you give it a whirl. Like I said, it's only $20 on Steam, so it's not that big of an expense. Um, yeah, so that's about it. Anyway, until next time, I'm gonna go see if I can squeeze in a little bit of Shadowrun Returns. So, until then.